even further beyond!
Yes, sir. Yeah. My name is Zakashi, and in this video, making this video because a lot of people have been asking me who they should use their Legend Limited Z Power on. There's a lot of Legend Limited Z Power going around. There's the 100 that you get from that Pan event, the Super Carnival one. There's 100 that you can get from the Super Weekend coming up this weekend, which is crazy. There's 600 on the Sparking Limit Break banner. There's a lot of Legend Limited Z Power going around, so I feel like this is the best time to make this video. Dropping on Saturday straight away in the morning, considering that that's when soon around the weekend, and people should be able to get the 200 Z powers, and there's the 600 from the Sparking Limit Break banner. So for people that just want to use the Legend Limited Z power, I'm making this video here to just give you an insight of how I would think, and maybe that would help you out, because there's a lot of comments that I had in my previous video, and I obviously can't respond to everybody. Even right now, I came back from work and I'm making this video, no cap. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button. We are on this grind to 25,000 subscribers. Literally while I was at work, hit 23k subscribers, which is crazy. Little belated birthday present from you guys. Appreciate you guys all supporting and whatnot. But we're going to go through some characters, and I'm also going to talk about something else first. So stay tuned. My socials at the top. Let's get into this video, man. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about is actually the fact that the festival countdown has begun. There's a video and stuff, reveals and stuff on the 23rd of November, Black Friday. Everything's getting lit. There's going to be something big coming. What do you think I'm going to say? It basically hints at you should really just hold. Like, you should really just hold. Like, if you're going to use the Sparking Limit Rate banner and get the 600, hold it. If you're going to have 200 Legend Limited Z power, assuming that you've been saving your Happy Weekend coins. So you should at least hold one. Like, come on, man. You might want to really put into this new character that's coming. It could be something crazy, something we've never seen before. Could literally be meta, depending on what teams you want to run. Obviously, it would affect accordingly, but come on, man. If it's something like MUI, like I said in the previous video, it could be so hyped that you literally can't avoid it, even for collector's purposes. So I just advise holding. Even if you're going to collect the Sparking Legend Limited Z power, just hold it, man. Like, there's literally no rush. If you do it now or you do it later, the only difference is you won't have it now, you'd have it later. And if you don't have it later, that's just because you didn't summon now. So if you're going to get the Legend Limited Z power, hold it. That's my best advice. That's how I'd go about it. I'm going to summon on the Sparking Limit Break banner, but I will have 200 Legend Limited Z power, 100 and 100. So that's what I'm going to talk about, where I'd put that. And if you really want to spend straight away, I'd still give advice on where you should put that. But now we're going to get into where I put in the 100 Legend Limited Z power. I'm going to hold one, and I'm also going to hold the 600 to see what comes for the reveal. Then I'll use those. Now on my screen, I've got a couple of LFs at the top bar, but it's kind of being blocked by the social media, so you can't get insight, so it doesn't really matter. But I put Gohan up here first because he is the best Legend Limited non-Zenkai character. Off the rip, if you want to put it into a Legend Limited character that you can Zenkai, go ahead. But I feel like that doesn't make sense, simply because you won't have 100 Z power spare between 6-star and 7-star. Like, I just feel like it's very unlikely. So if you're using the 100 Legend Limited Z power, you'd be wanting to actually start someone up from 2 to 3. I don't advise doing a 3 to 4 or something like that. I feel like it's just not worth it, because then it will catch up to you when you're trying to get to another star later. Of course, if you don't plan to Z power them ever again, then it makes sense. If you're trying to do like the in-between ones, I think there's another 100 gap. It might be 4 to 5 or 3 to 4. Someone correct me in the comment section below. But the main one is that 2 to 3, where you get the first pull, you just got the character, 2 stars, 600 Z power out of 700, I believe it is. Extra 100 Z power, you get the extra Z ability, and that can literally impact your whole team so heavily. So I'm just going to put up some people here. Gohan Youth, literally the best non-Zenkai LF character in the game. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, his value has skyrocketed because of that platinum equip, man. So I feel like he's another good contender for that. This guy, under no circumstances should you be I'm sorry, if you main GT, go ahead. That's the next point I brought this guy up to actually talk about. The reason why he's on my screen, even though we all know he's not the best LF. If you main that team, go ahead and use it for your team. Nobody in their right mind outside of GT users would actually go ahead and Z-power this guy. I don't see it making sense. His animations are good, but the kit, like Toshi said, it one-shots. It does not one-shot, man. Let's be real. It makes sense, though, if you run GT, man. You want to get that extra percentage. Like, it makes sense. So don't just look down on people just because you don't use them. Of course, prioritize. So with this guy's clearly a better GT unit, so if you have this guy 2 stars, you want to 3-star him instead. So regen accordingly. God key, you want to go this guy or go G or blue. I'd say generally speaking this guy's better, but he's a range type, so if you run a melee type God key team, then choose accordingly. But go G or blue is also for the movies, so you might want to think about that. LOE, like your only choice besides from Frieza, but like I said, you're not going to have that Zenkai gap, so I still don't see the point. Just to throw out some few, there's obviously a whole bunch of LFs, but I'm not going to go through all of them. That's just how I'm thinking about the 100 legend limit Z power, so it'd be based on that 2 to 3-star gap mainly. If you want to go for that other one that I said is between 3 and 4, 4 and 5, I still don't know. You can do that if you'd wish, but I still feel like it's not worth it more than the 2 and 3, because it just catch up to you later when you're trying to star up to a different point, if you get what I'm saying, for Legends Limited. Okay, now I actually have to bring out my box so you can see the whole thing that I've got. Obviously, if you've got characters that are between 6 and 7 star for 600 Legends Limited Z power, you should really go for that Zenkai. But like I said at the start, I just say wait. But you should really go for that Zenkai. LF Zenkai is literally reinvent that unit, and they often main on the team. I think every LF Zenkai, literally except Goten, is vital for their team. Namek Goku runs on Saiyans. Super Saiyan 3 Goku runs on Saiyans. Frieza, LOE, like it's unavoidable. FSK, hybrids, Son family, bro. You can't avoid these LF Zenkais. If they Zenkai Vegeta, which is why I'm telling you wait, that would be a main for God Key. I don't see it going wrong. Like I just don't see it going wrong. I don't see how they could make that go wrong. Super Vegeta's fusions will be up a million, bro. If they do that, if you're at 6 stars going to 7, that would be the best gap, I feel like. If you're trying to go from 2 to 3, I wouldn't do that personally. I feel like that's a waste of a star. I'd say anything besides 2 to 3 would be your best bet to actually use a 600 Legend Limit Z power on, because you get the most value out of it. It could be a whole new Z ability, the stat upgrades. 9 star is another one as well. Right now I'm in the position to 14 star my favorite unit in the game, Vegeta or Blue, and I'm not doing it. Why? Because the main thing is the reveals and stuff. It could drop something crazy. LF Super Gogeta is something that I'd be shaking for, bruh. I need that. So that's pretty much it. I'm probably talking like I'm like a crazy person or something right now, but I'm just giving you the real insight, the real spit as to how you need to think, man. If you're really just desperate, go summon on the banners or whatever, but just stay away from the character box if you need be. Like dead serious, there's no reason for you to really be touching it, except for like you're doing dailies honestly up until festival. So yeah, man, hopefully this video was informative in some way, shape or form. That's just my insight to it. For the like 60th time, you should just wait till reveal, so you know at least whatever's coming, if it's worth it for you. They could drop a hybrid unit that you know you're never going to use, but then again there's also Christmas, so just putting that out there, man. You need to think ahead, especially if you're a free-to-play player. But of course, like I said, this is just my insight. Let me know what you guys are going to do. I will still try to reply to some comments, but of course I'm not the freest man. I try to respond because if it was me, I'd want a response. Message me on Discord, Twitter, fastest 2 ways to get a reply. I haven't replied to Instagram comments in a while. But yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it like that. Appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys. I will see you guys in the next one.